15 very hard-fought minutes for your stand. So just how happy are you with the performance?
Oh yeah, I'm super stoked, but I think I jinx myself every time. Last time out I expected a war and I got a pretty quick finish, and this time I expected to get him out of there, and now I went through a hard-fought battle. So next time I'm going to expect a war, and hopefully second guess myself again.
What did you see from his game that you think that would be kind of quick and or was it just his confidence?
Yeah, I think for me, I'm going to land that right hand again. I'm going to put him out. I just never landed anything super clean. I went some nice shots, but they kind of glanced off him. I think I kind of stunned him a little bit with a few shots, but once I started to grapple, and then once my arm started to fill up with a bit of blood, and the game plan was right, I wrestled a bit more because my arms are too tight to strike now. So that's kind of how the way it goes.
Well, it was incredibly impressive wrestling in there. I mean, Dan Cormier started the fight, he was kind of poking the fun of Australia, saying he said when he was matched up with Australia, he was going to get a bye. But then by the end of the fight, I think by the end of the fight, you won him over, especially with those slams and everything in there. So I guess just how much wrestling did you put in this camp?
Our roots at the gym, wrestling roots. Like my coach's coach was Brian Episode, was the one wrestler over here, and he moved over to Oz, and then took my coach under his wing. So now he's my grand coach. So it just passed down the lineage. We wrestle hard at our gym. So us Aussies can definitely wrestle.
And by the end of the fight, it seems like maybe the cardio kind of kicked in. A little bit of the commentary said it looks like you're getting a little tired in there. And you was landing some good shots. By the end of the fight, was it just the cardio catching up to you, or did he land some stuff? I guess what was going on?
Yeah, I think it was more just like cardio. My arms were pretty gassed at that point, and then at the last round he started picking up a bit of steam. Like he knew what he needed to do to win. He pressed forward and stopped actually grappling with me and trying to take me down, and made me shoot off the back foot, which obviously it made it easier for him to stuff the shots. And I heard his corner say when he tied up with me to don't grapple with him, and straight away he broke off and started striking. And I was like, I knew that he knew exactly what he needed to do to try to win. He was very he was a good fighter that listens to his corner, so that makes him a dangerous fighter. And I just had to stick in there and just give my best shot, and I got out there with him.
I think that was Andy Cormier when he was talking, because he was
coaching him.
I don't think he just said get out of disengage. He said at that time.
Yeah, because I thought I was going to say I don't think his corner team speaks English much, and I was like, how can I understand that? Cormier, and he listened to him. He heard him.
Because I guess he has had the same coach as Habib when he comes to the States with him. So I don't know.
That's right.
So I guess what do you want next for your career? I know that it's a big fight night in Perth.
Yeah, that's 100% what I want for next. Is that September, so that gives me good time to I'm not too banged up after this one, so it gives me a few weeks to kind of heal my little bumps and bruises and get straight back in there and get into prep.
And then just the last one for me, you want to fight in Perth, and you made your debut in Sydney and in front of Newark. Do you like this fighting all over the world, like meeting new fans, or do you kind of want to stay?
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I do it. I get a good perk of this job is get to travel around and seeing the world. One of the bucket list destinations was obviously to come over here and obviously go check out actually New York City, which was one of the bucket list spots for me to actually go and see, and I got to do that this week. And this is why I do it. I love traveling around, get to perform, getting paid to do it. It's worth every penny in the sport.
On the other side of things, I know DC was, like you said, a little cheeky there, but they also kind of mentioned your name already with the likes of Robert Whittaker and Alexander Volkanovski, Jack Della Maddalena. What does that mean? 2 fights in that you're already in the same sentence with these guys?
Yeah, they put us on the map, obviously. So when I see another guy like me coming up through the ranks, their success puts more eyes on me, which everyone obviously gets to build off that. So obviously without them, I wouldn't be getting as much recognition as I would be. Everyone knows now that the talent pool in Australia, especially now in Perth, is becoming next level, and we're forced to be dealt with.
Where does your mustache rank in the UFC now?
Like this. it's number one pound for pound, probably only second to Don Fry. You know, that's he's always going to be
All of
number one.
history
So
there, too.
I'm a second place compared to him.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay. You're a highly technical fighter. Which established fighter would you say your style most closely resembles?
Man, I'm not sure. I've always, coming up through the sport, I've always really liked and looked up to Zabit. So I've always tried to, try and emulate his style in terms of his ability to mix things up. He's a bit more flashy than I've been, but I'm trying to get up there with the flashy stuff. So hopefully one day when I start, throwing some spin and stuff, I'll be, my style will be a bit more closer to his.
Over here. Just one for me. I saw you lost half of your bonus from your last fight at the blackjack table. How important was it to put on a banger to get your money back? Perhaps a fight of the night bonus?
I hope so. I'm going to blow it again, so if they better not give me it. Give me it.
Quillan right here, two real quick. So you were hurt, it seemed like you were hurt a little bit in round 3. How was his power compared to some of your previous opponents, and how badly hurt were you?
I think I was just more tired than anything. Like he hit me and I had a bit of jelly legs just from all the grappling exchange, but I was there the whole time. Like, none really rocked me too bad. I think I've been rocked more forward in some of my previous fights, but yeah, I was very cautious of him, swinging wild, especially the last round. He started coming forward and swinging, and I was like, oh shit, don't get too close to one of them. Because, that'll take me out. It's like, oh, I'm clean.
So you're 2-0 in the UFC now. Are you ready for a ranked matchup soon, or do you want some more time to rise through the ranks?
I'll take anyone at the moment. I don't really care. Like, I'm a bit of a casual. I don't really know who's in my division other than some of the guys that are ranked. So any name that gets presented forward, I'm just going to say yes, and I'll figure out who they are afterwards.